news from a program that is just keeps growing every year.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Mr. Duncan, Chairman of the Board, members, I would like to tell you a little bit, just kind of an update. I know we've been here for 4 years up on this podium, and we like to share our good news. The program is in Virginia going into its 12th year. So we had, at the end of last year, 840 schools. We had 600 teachers retire this year. So next week, we gotta get busy, refilling and backfilling. So it's gonna be exciting. For those of you who are new to the NASP program, it starts in the schools. The schools then have clubs and teams that represent that school. They compete in the regional areas, they compete on the state level. Then those that qualify go on to compete at national level. Now, the nationals has gotten so large that they've split East and West, so that now they have two. It's an Eastern National and a Western National. And at this last Eastern National, there was over 15,000 kids, 1,000 archers. So, I have with me Dawn Burns, who's going to give us the specific stats of our wonderful students from Reagan Middle School in Haymarket and Battlefield High School. She's going to give the specifics, but I just want to kind of give you the overall look of what it looks like. So they go to nationals, and then from nationals, both East and West, they compete at worlds. And they're doing this in bullseye. They're also doing it in 3D archery. So Virginia takes 3D archery, and we're going to get the specific stats on that in a second. But I'd like for Ms. Dawn Burns to come up here, and since Coach Bucklow wasn't able to make it because they double scheduled him today, Ms. Burns is going to stand in for him and give you the specifics of Battlefield and Reagan Middle School.
Good morning, Director Duncan and board members. It's an honor for us to be able to be here and speak to you guys today, so thank you very much for inviting us. I've been asked to read a speech that Coach Bucklow had prepared for you guys. Thank you for allowing us to make our annual trip to Richmond to be recognized and share the highlights of our season. I apologize for not being present, especially since I picked this date. You can ask anyone on the teams and they would agree that there was nowhere else I'd rather be than bragging about my teams in person. I got roped into some last minute training, but at least it is an archery training. This year I decided to let a couple of kids speak about their experience after I give a short summary of the road that Reagan and Battlefield programs have traveled, so bear with me for a minute and then the important people come up and wrap up the show. Before I really dive into the details, I do want to thank the board and all those involved at DGIF for their support in the NASP program. NASP has opened many doors for me personally in the archery world, but has also greatly impacted the lives of many archers in the program. I would also like to thank Karen Holson for her countless hours she's put into the Virginia NASP program. I like to think that she grows the Virginia NASP program and we make it shine. We used to go to the tournaments and talk about the top teams in the country. Now we go to the tournaments and the teams are talking about us in Virginia. The program continues to grow. Reagan taught archery to over 500 students in the PE setting last year. There were 120 kids in the after-school archery club, and more than 90 kids tried out for the 32 team slots. Battlefield continued to grow to its full team of 32. This year there were more than 180 summer camp students, some newbies and some returners. This year, this year started just like the others with hard work and high expectations. The kids might say high demands. Reagan was coming off a double second place finishes at Indoor World Tournament for Bullseye 3D and third straight Outdoor 3D World Championship. Battlefield had continued to climb the ranks and had a strong incoming class of freshmen. The fall was full of tournaments at home where we battled each other and others from Maryland and Virginia for early bragging rights. Winter followed up with more tournaments in Maryland where Reagan and Battlefield stood tall and swept most team and individual awards. Then came states. Battlefield finished second at Atlee and Bullseye by a small margin and became state champions in 3D. It was truly a moment we had all been waiting for. Coach Lovelace and Atlee has already been put on notice for next year and many more to come that Battlefield will not be held back any longer. Reagan became back-to-back state champions in Bullseye and 3D. In doing so, the Archers surprised even me by putting up huge numbers that were not matched on the middle school level in any other state tournament this year. Heading into nationals on paper, we were the favorites. As things tend to happen at nationals, other teams stepped up, but we remained about the same. Reagan still finished in the top 10 in both Bullseye and 3D. Both teams have continued to improve over the years. In Battlefield's first year, 2016, they finished 193rd in Bullseye and 33rd in 3D at nationals, to this year finishing 30th and 22nd. At Worlds in 2016, Battlefield finished 48th in Bullseye and 21st in 3D, to this year finishing 22nd and 6th. We started at a 9th place finish at the Outdoor World Tournament in 2016, and this year, the World Championship finish. In Reagan's first year, in 2014, they finished 66th in Bullseye and 17th in 3D at Nationals, to this year finishing 9th and 4th. At Worlds in 2014, Reagan finished 16th in Bullseye. 3D had not begun at the world level yet. This year they finished 5th and 2nd. Please don't forget that Reagan won the inaugural World 3D Tournament in 2015. As far as the Outdoor World Tournament goes, let's be honest, we have owned that tournament for its 4-year existence. Did I mention both teams won the Outdoor 3D World Tournament this year? Not only that, but both teams won the 3-Star Challenge this year. The 3-Star Challenge is a combined scores of 3D Nationals, Worlds, and Outdoor tournaments. This is just proof that these teams are strong all season long. We had some individual winners as well at the Outdoor Tournament, and many of them are here. For Battlefield, if I call your name, please stand. For Battlefield, Sarah Byrne finished 5th. For Reagan, Gabe Hyde finished 3rd for the boys and 3rd for the 3-Star Challenge. Aiden Donahoe and Alex Harrison, 4th and 5th in the 3-Star Challenge. Advi Valaban finished 4th for the girls. Naomi Highland becoming the program's first individual world champion with a score of 290 and finished 5th in the 3-Star Challenge. I hope I did not steal her thunder, but make sure she shows you her IBO championship buckle. I'm not done yet, but I'd like to recognize the rest of the teams this year with Battlefield team members Nick Miller, Jason Cruz, Autumn Gray, Ashley Cavallero, and Ashley Kramer. Also, please stand. The rest of Battlefield stand too. And from Reagan, we have Natalie Gray, Naomi Highland, and the rest of them. And I'd be pleased stand. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Show them your trophy.
Yes, please.
Trophies.
Hold them up high, ladies. We wrap up this session on Friday with a banquet back home. I have already started planning next season. I have big plans, including a possible trip to Salt Lake City for Western Nationals instead of going to Louisville for the millionth time. I'm also looking forward to returning to Worlds in Nashville, which is where our first World Championship was won. Before I turn the stage over to Nancy Stevenson. Apologize. Before I turn the stage over to Nancy Stevenson, Battlefield's top archer this year, and Naomi Highland, our world champion, I want to thank you again for supporting Virginia NASP. I would like to ask that you congratulate the representatives of both teams today. These kids shoot mornings, evenings, Saturdays, and all summer long to represent themselves and their schools, their families, and the Commonwealth of Virginia. Please congratulate the parents present who get the kids to all of the practices and tournaments. Thank you for your time, Jonathan Buckfa. Nancy.
Hi. I'm Nancy Stevenson, and I am going into my 5th year of archery next year. This is my 4th year. Archery actually started out for me in the clubs. I joined the archery club my 6th grade year and my 1st year of middle school. And I didn't really plan on it becoming anything. I had gotten a bow for Christmas a few years back. And I didn't really plan on doing anything with it. And then there's an annual competition at Reagan called the Buckbuster, and it's a 3D competition open to any archer who wants to join. So I went with my friend, and I won for my grade level, and that's what got me into competitive archery. And my mom convinced me to just try out for the team that year, and I made it. And so my first year, it was exciting, going everywhere, meeting everyone. Everyone I've met in the program has been absolutely wonderful. And archery has actually impacted my life quite a bit. 4 years ago, if you had told me to stand up here and talk in front of people and convince me to do it, I would have started crying and would not have been able to do it. So archery is really important to me, and I have met a lot of people who are wonderful, as I said before, and who wish that they had been able to do archery when they were kids.